Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the 2024 Mazda Miata. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Mazda here in the Southtown Auto Mall. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 26 around town and then 34 on the highway, with power outputs being 181 horsepower and then 151 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, this is the Aero Gray color. This is a new color. I think it looks fantastic on the Miata. And this is like just a popular color, the flat gray, but it actually has quite a bit of metallic flake. Yeah, you can see that in the sunlight. Got the Mazda logo, and then we got the new headlights here. Pretty cool look there. And then look at the whole front end here, how it's all blacked out in contrast. And putting it all together, I think the front end design just looks sharper. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 205, 45, 17 in the front and over in the rear. You can see here with the wheels blacked out, but then you also have the silver as well. And then you got the little turn signal indicator there on the side. It's a little side skirt too. And then this one is an RF, so you've got the retractable top there. And then here's your full side profile. I think the side profile on the RF looks so beautiful. Now this still has the normal Miata key fob. You can see the Mazda logo here, lock and unlock. You got the opening here for the trunk as well. And then popping into the trunk itself, look at the storage space here. So not massive, but again, it's a Miata, so it's kind of expected. And then I like the plunk sound it makes when you close the trunk. And then of course you got the two antennas, which has always been a funny Miata thing. The new taillights here, so let me kind of get the key fob so you can see. Just a little bit more modern, a little bit sharper compared to before. So I got the double exhaust tip there at the bottom. So putting it all together, what do you guys think about the looks? But I think literally just the headlight and taillight update really works for the Miata. Now popping inside, we've got the Aero Gray inside, which is so cool to see. And then you got soft touch with this because it's a Grand Touring package. And look at this trim here with all the window controls. Got your mirror adjustments. The mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then here are the seats. You can see all the stitching and everything down the center, manual adjustments. And then we got the 3-pedal layout. Little racing flag for the traction control, that's cool. And then you got the regular traction control turn off button. And the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see nice soft touch trim all around, and then you got the contrasted stitching there. Got practical controls like your cruise control, controls for the center there as well. And yeah, it just has a nice premium look and feel to it. Got your regular stocks here on the back. We of course have the Miata's famous gauge cluster here, so you've got the info tab on the one side so you can see different bits of info on the car. Tachometer front and center, which is always a cool part. But yeah, just simplistic. Now in reverse, we do have a backup camera you can see with the trajectory lines and all of that. Pretty decent resolution. Now as for the infotainment system, it's not a touchscreen. So this is Mazda's unit they have in their other cars. So everything's controlled via a dial now in the Miata. I do like the dash material here, and then down below, it's like soft touch with the stitching. And still no glove box for those of you that are wondering. We do have the climate control, so single zone climate. You got this for the top, we'll do that in a little bit. Heated seats as well. We've got our shifter for the 6-speed manual. Our reverse lock is pretty simple, just down and over for that one. And then this is the control for the infotainment system. Got our shifter here, and some storage. Got the movable cup holders there. And then we have what people use as the glove box in their Miatas. And yeah, I like these. I like this whole setup here. It's nice. And I don't know if they added more top insulation, but it almost like looks thicker. And then of course you got the glass here. So when you have the top down, you still get a little bit of a wind buffet reducer. Kind of. Okay. Of course, you got to do the top. So it does it all for you if you're wondering. Just press the button and just like a Porsche Targa. That was quick. So here's what the RF looks like with the top down. Really cool look. It has that classic roadster style. think they've done a fantastic job, again, with the RF package. And it's cool that you still get, so it's open here now, but yeah, so you still get the open top experience, but then you get a little bit more protection, I suppose. Now here's a window sticker for this. So RF Grand Touring 6-speed manual, $38,825 is the total MSRP on this. Let's see how it drives. Talk about visibility here. So there's over the hood, both the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring, and then that kind of shows you guys through. So we're gonna do top down for a little part. Hopefully it looks like it might start raining, so probably gonna have to put the top back up shortly into the drive. But yeah, Miata is all about top down, so we got to have at least a little bit of top down action with it. What I will say right off the bat is it's comfortable. The seats are comfortable. Now, there's obviously not a ton of space, but it is comfortable. I mean, obviously the top's down, so you are going to get some wind buffeting, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Transmission's wonderful. It's really notchy into the gears. Super easy to use as well. It's just a nice drive overall. And we of course have a lot of traffic. So, and it seems like that always happens. It's so interesting to have the top down but then the windows up, because you get kind of like the best of both, where you get kind of more of the wind in your hair type experience, but then it's also, I guess, more insulated. You're not getting like tons of wind blowing in your face. Going through the gears into Miata is always a blast. Again, super responsive with the transmission, everything. And it handles so well. It has normal, you know, Miata body roll, but it's just so lightweight. It's so fun to drive. And the thing that's great is, like, I feel like I'm going so fast and just, I'm having a blast, and I'm not even up to the speed limit. So it's crazy just how much fun you can have in this car without even getting close to breaking any sort of rules. I think that's a cool facet of the car. Yeah, the steering is so precise. So here's a cool thing about the RF is, well, you can do it on the go. So you don't want to be going super fast, obviously. You do have to hold down the button though, which does make things a little bit more complicated. Look at this. Boom. I mean, it's not the fastest on the planet. It does definitely take a second. But it's not bad. It is not bad. I love this engine. It's, for a 4-cylinder, again, it's pretty dang responsive. It's pretty dang responsive. That is a Jeep. And I think a big part of that is just because it's naturally aspirated. That helps out quite a bit with the responsive nature. And also the fact that the car weighs next to nothing. I think that also helps out quite a bit. You know, you hear 181 horsepower and you think that is not enough. See, and you're so low to the ground that you feel like you're going so much faster than you are. Yeah, there's a lot of charm to the Miata. So something's up. You know, some of you might not like the fact that there's not, you know, touchscreen anymore, but if you do Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, I'm pretty sure it lets you do touchscreen interface with those. But it's just the stock interface that I just tried to do a touchscreen again. It's just the stock interface that's not touchscreen. But I love how I try to use it because I'm so used to everything being a touchscreen in today's world. But yeah, the Miata still drives like a Miata. Great steering, great handling, and you can have fun at all speeds. And you know, also Miatas are so reliable. This is a car that for most of its life, you're just gonna have oil change, tire rotation, and then sometimes you'll have to change tires and brakes, right? That's the life of a Miata owner. And then obviously, you know, lots and lots of fun because it handles great and it's just so fun to drive. Let me know what you guys think about this updated Miata.